What do you think? Cat print? Is it me? We are out shopping today, and I think I might have to stop at Home Depot just to get a little bit of my manliness back. These are for people that smoke really big cigarettes. When I started this daily blog project, I wasn't quite sure where it would lead or what to expect from it. But it has made a few things painfully obvious to me. One is that my life is very repetitive and kind of bland sometimes, and I don't always have a whole lot of interesting stuff to blog about. Today I've got a couple of projects that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to try and make a pair of Casey Neistat sunglasses that look like that. And so I've gone and I have, these are not Ray-Bans that he uses, but I can't wear the Ray-Bans because of my prescription glasses. So I went and bought a pair of these that fit over top of my regular glasses. I've removed all the branding from them. And now I'm going to engrave them some. And then we'll paint them and see what happens. If this will work with these considerably cheaper, lower quality sunglasses. Okay, so my name on one side, location and year on the other side. Now I need to go find some primer. Neistat uses white primer on his. I'm wondering if it's possible to find some red or another color. I am on my way over to Home Depot. I need to pick up a few things. I'm trying to fine-tune my Steadicam, so I need a couple of pieces to make that a little bit better. And I need to grab some primer for the sunglasses, because apparently primer is what works for that. I'm thinking maybe if I can find some red primer, that red primer on the black sunglasses would look pretty cool. So we'll see how this works out. Well, I found the stuff that I need for my Steadicam. We'll see if what I bought works, or if I have to come back for even larger bolts. And I could not find any red primer. I guess that kind of makes sense. You don't really want a red paint as a primer, because I imagine it would be fairly hard to cover up. So I got some red primer slash paint. We'll see if that works. I'm going to have to do some experimentation before I apply it to the glasses and see if it will actually ever come off again, because the last thing I want is for me to spray paint those lenses and never be able to see through them. So that's what's up next. Here is what Casey says about the spray paint that I'm supposed to use for this project.
Not flat, not gloss, primer.
Well, I have this paint and primer, and I don't know if it's going to work, if it will come off. It says that it bonds to plastic. So I have a piece of PVC pipe that I'm going to test this out on and see if I can actually get it back off. Alright, I'll come back in a while when that dries and see if that's going to work. Okay, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to work on my Steadicam. I'm going to replace the centerpiece with this piece. I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to put one of these bearing assemblies inside of it, so hopefully it will turn a bit easier and won't totally unscrew when I'm turning my camera around, and hopefully also make it a little bit better balanced. In half, drilled my holes. Now I need to heat it up to 200 degrees so that I can cram those bearings inside of it, because they don't quite fit. Alright, that just slipped right on. Now I'm going to put the whole thing back together with the longer bolts and see how well that works. Well, as you can see, it's still not quite balanced properly. It's a good deal better than it was, but I'm going to have to do a counterbalance down at the bottom because of the weight of the battery in the camera, because the camera is not balanced. But I'm making progress. Now I'm going to go out and see how that paint's doing. Okay, that doesn't work at all. You're supposed to be able to scrape it off with a popsicle stick. So I'm making Casey Neistat style sunglasses. I was hoping to avoid a complete rip-off and try it with a different color, but it's looking like primer might be the only thing that works, and I can really only find primer in black and white and tan. And so I've got some white primer testing on a piece of PVC right now to see if that'll scrape off. And it looks like I might just be stuck with a Casey Neistat clone sunglasses. So that's a bummer.